Okay, um, everybody seems to have a problem with Islam. A lot of people disagree with it, and but the thing is, if you disagree with Islam, your class is Islam, a racist, Islamophan, terrorist, and you get threats sent to you. You're not allowed to speak out against this religion. Um, this religion cannot hold a debate and defend themselves with a civilized debate. The way they choose to defend themselves when someone speaks out against them is violent and violent protesting. They call for Danish blood. They call for lots of blood. They want to slaughter those who are not Islam. So here's why I think that Islam needs to be pushed back to where it belongs. Where it belongs is personally in the gutter, and it deserves as much respect as they treat all other religions. Zero respect. They don't treat any religion with any respect. In fact, they treat other religions as shit. Islam today are brainwashing children, Islamic children, to believe that Jews are pigs, Christians are monkeys, which can't be realised. But the main thing is they've been trained to kill Jewish people when they're older. Now, I do believe that these kids have been brainwashed too much that we may have to kill these children. Now, you may sit there and goes, how can you do such a horrible thing? They're only a kid. Now, if you think about it, you think about it very hard, and you actually use your common sense, you brainwash a kid. That kid's been brainwashed, so let him in the centre. Give him the benefit of let him off because he's only a kid. When he's older and he's grown up, and he remembers that from when he was brainwashed from a kid, he will start killing. So we need to get rid of that. They protest on the streets, not like a civilized protest, pretty much like the UAF, violently protest against things they disagree with. If you draw a picture of Allah or Muhammad, they want to kill you. Now, if they drew a picture of Jesus, we wouldn't do anything. We may say, okay, that's not right, but we certainly wouldn't use violence and threaten. They wouldn't be. A lot of them want to have Sharia laws in this country. One politician certainly wants Sharia law in this country, and he wants it now, and not a minute later. And he certainly wants to have the flag of Allah of the House of Parliament. Whilst I'm breathing, that ain't gonna happen. I think it's wrong that they believe that women should be classed as citizens, and women who wear the veils in this country should be charged for it. Now you may think, why charge these women? Why charge the women? It's a free country. They have a right to wear the veils. The reason they should be charged: there are women in these Islamic countries who are fighting off this medieval, nasty thing, so they have the freedom, so they don't have to dress up like ninjas. And yet you insult them. You insult your own women, your own people, by wearing them. It's sick. It makes you sick. And I think if you want to dress like that, you go to a country that where you don't have the choice. Because those women who are trying to fight off, if they were to come here, they won't be wearing those. They'll dress up like normal people, everyday people. I think that any politic that wants to bring Islam closer needs to get a life. We need to treat Islam with the same respect they're treating us, and that's no respect. It needs to be pushed away. A lot of Islam people, they don't believe they're here to join forces with us, to live as one. They think that Muslim will be dominant. They're aiming to take over the world, and the thing is, we're letting them. We're saying, sometimes I see this happen, and I'm thinking we may as well just open the gates wide open. We may as well just hand the law to Islam. Gordon Brown may as well step down and comes the first Muslim he sees on the street, say, "Here, take over, because this is the way it's heading," and it will be if we don't do anything about it now. Um, we we're very tolerant with them, and we let them get away with murder. I mean, if we prove evidence that Islam are doing hate speech in secret mosques, we're the ones who get arrested, not them. We're arrested for hate speech. We're arrested for stirring up hate, racial hate. They're not arrested. I think that people do need to start to wake up. I mean, it's not a big joke. These videos on YouTube are serious. The Quran is about hatred. It's very evil, very wicked, and very good at brainwashing. Also, a reason the Muslims should not be allowed into Europe is because they are offended by teaching the Holocaust. Now, with the Holocaust, some people believe it's true, some people believe it's real. It's a bit like the Romans. I mean, if you weren't there to witness it, yes, there's films on it, but you weren't there at the time to witness it, you don't know it's true or not. Now, saying the Holocaust was not real is one thing, but to actually demand that it doesn't get taught in schools as it offends your religion is it's fucked up. You don't behave like that. You don't demand that something doesn't get taught in schools. That history doesn't get taught. You can't adjust history to how you want it to be. Because I think if schools told the real truth about history in History and RE, I think a lot more people would hate Islam and would want to stay well away from it, and rightfully so. People need to start fearing, being scared. People in this country, in the UK, can't speak out. I mean, I don't know how many Muslims in Northern Ireland is, but I know for one thing is if they are in Northern Ireland, they go to one area in Northern Ireland, then the RA will sort them out, and I think they're ones who have guts. But of that, people are scared to point out the views on Islam. They're afraid to speak the truth, for fear of being charged with Islamophobia. People need to stop fearing, speak the truth out, because you know what? The truth hurts. The truth fucking hurts, and they don't like the truth because it hurts. They don't want freedom in our country. They don't want freedom of speech. I mean, Islam, they don't like free anything, well, apart from free legal aid. The only things they enjoy that free is when it benefits them. When it benefits anybody else, they don't like it. They don't like freedom of speech, and they don't like freedom. Yet they use their freedom and freedom of speech to try and poison kids' mind with the religion. Protest violently on the streets, and they do so much horrific crimes, rape, terrorism, and they get away with it. Whereas any other person committing some of these crimes would be doing a long time in prison, whilst these people are allowed to walk the streets. I'm running out of time, but I might make a part 2 of this video. I'm just saying that anybody who watches the video, if they don't make a second video, I'm urging people, please start stating the truth. Say it to their faces what you really think about them, and how if they don't like it in this country, they should leave straight away. Stand up to yourself, stand up for your country, no matter where you're from. Your country is your country. It does not belong to Islam. And I'll wrap things up. People will someone put on the toilet wall saying there's no black in Union Jack. Someone put, look harder, you racist bastard. Now, I did harder. There's no black in Union Jack, which is one thing, but it's not another thing. I'll come closer up now.